Hello, or should I say very early this morning. It's 5:15 in the morning and I cannot sleep. So you know what the best thing to do when you cannot sleep? Make a doll video. And you will wake up in the morning to this wonderful video. And in front of you is the ideal 1948 baby Coos. He is an adorable doll. He is wearing a 3-piece corduroy outfit and he is hugging his little yellow teddy bear and Mooskie. He's got Mooskie there right beside him. Now if we zoom up and we just remove Mooskie for a minute there, you'll also see that he has an embroidery. There's a little clown here on the side. There's a little clown right there on the side of his outfit. I think it's gorgeous, but he and Mooskie are getting along really, really well. They just have some huggles going on there. Huggle-baduggles, that's what they're doing. And it's just wonderful to see them dressed up in these nice older outfits that are getting harder and harder to find. One of the things I was looking at tonight when I was going through some of my boy clothing, boy hats with the brim on the front are getting hard to find. You'll see one in a minute. I'm going to be bringing up another ideal doll. And these hats with the brim, like the one that baby Cruz is wearing, they just don't, what they have is those little caps, and I don't like them. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not partial to them. I know they match, they put them with outfits and they match. I have them, I do use them, but I'm not partial to them. You know, I like the hats that tie underneath the chin, make a boy. And I don't know what it is about them. They just look so nice on them. Maybe it's just that my time period I was raised in, but I was finding them all through like my own children wore them. They were born in the early 90s, mid and late 80s and very early 90s, tipping into the 1990s. And they were so available back then. But today, you just don't find them as readily, especially in the thrift stores. You think that's one place where you would find them, and maybe it's just my neck of the woods. I just don't find them as much. Now, I've got quite a handful of them, which I'm thankful that I picked them up when I did. Like, I've got about 30, 40 of them. But once you start just putting them on your dolls, you start losing the availability in certain sizes. And that's my problem with my dolls. I got a lot of big dolls and only so many big ones, and then you go down to mid-size and smaller ones. But hey, it is what it is. So I'm going to take this guy off the table for a little bit here, and we're going to show another ideal doll in another time period, which we're looking about well, not far from this one here, about 10, 15 years later, maybe we'll say. And we'll bring him down and let you see the next one I'm going to bring up. He is just looking gorgeous, this guy. Now, he's up for restoration as well. He has yellow eyes, which means he needs to be painted. He has a hole in his leg. But I really enjoy having Brother Coos here. He is a beautiful doll to have and to own. And he's one of the bigger ones. You can get him in a variety of sizes and eye colors. He comes in blue eye and brown. Here is Bye Bye Baby from the Ideal Toy Company. He is one of my favorite ones, but he's pricey. Oh my goodness, he's part of the Patty Play Pal family. So that right there does it all for him right there. As soon as you say Patty Play Pal, look for dollar signs around him. Now mind you, I got mine cheap. I paid a little underneath $50 or something like that for him. Back quite some time ago now, because I've been back into dolls. I've returned back to dolls after my children grew up about 13 years ago. I'm in my 14th year right now. And I put it to my birthday every year, so that way I keep track of it. But anyways, it's been about 13 and a half years now. I've been back into dolls. And I had one back in my early days, and I sold him because I was getting married and having a life of my own now and babies of my own and all that stuff. But I came back and I wanted him back in my collection, but the price of him was, oh my goodness, was awful. I found one on eBay for under $50, but he was not strung. He had black mold inside of him. He was wet when I got him. You would think they would try to dry him out a little bit, but they didn't. Even the paper that he was in was a little damp from him. He's got one foggy eye. I have done everything underneath if you mention to me, put a hair dryer up to him. I've done it all. I have done it. I've done it over and over again. I think what needs to be done is his head taken off and his I taken out and cleaned and put back in, and he probably would be fine. If not, I have replacement eyes for him. But I'm not willing to do that because I'm going to tell you this right now. Stringing him was awful. And I am okay with his cloudy eye. He also has a few stab wounds where somebody stabbed a pencil or something into him. They're just little holes, but they're there. But he still shows very well. He's been played with. So when you buy them like this at this low of a price, sometimes this is what you get. Sometimes you can get immaculate. And other times. Now this doll was dressed as a girl and came in a sitter, what we used to call sitters. And you would sit your baby on the table, especially when they're not moving around too much, and or they were buckled in, and you could put them on the table and feed them. They were called sitters. I have one up in my attic, which I should bring down for some of my smaller dolls. And sometimes they had little beads going across the front so the baby could play with the beads. And but anyways, dolls came. I remember getting a doll from my grandparents up north, and it was in a little white sitter, and it came with little beads that went across it. But anyhow, this doll came with the same idea, with the little beads going across and some other things as well. This is Bye Bye Baby, a little girl. But again, like I've said many times over, I lack boy dolls, and it makes a beautiful boy doll. Makes a beautiful girl doll. It's to what you want. But because of my lack of boy dolls, I dress them up as a boy. And I love the look of a boy on him. Now he is wearing right now a vintage, I would say 1970s sleeper. And it ties up in the front. It has buttons going down before snaps came in and all that wonderful stuff. So we're going to change him into another set of clothing that I've washed up, and it's ready for him to be put on him. So let's do that right now. Okay, he's a very expressive baby from his hands to his feet. And that's what I think I like about him, is because of how expressive he is. So let's get this off of him. These dolls were short run. They did not run a long period of time. So you either got him when you did, when he first came out in the 1960s, early 60s. And he's probably about, he came out about 13 years later after Brother Coos. You can see that they went from composition and plastics were hitting the market. Just more durable, lighter for the child, and less breakage. All right, this is a beautiful little outfit, sleeper. I'm so glad I was able to get it on him. I enjoyed looking at him in it. It brought back some memories of my babysitting years and babies wearing these types of sleepers. And mother's probably really happy to get a sleeper with no strings, so just snap up. The next generation of mothers that were coming. There we go. Oh, he's wearing a Winnie the Pooh onesie that I've had for quite some time. I only let him wear it. I got it used at the thrift store, and I just put it on him only. It belongs to him. So, little titch big, but nothing bad. He wears anywhere between, and I'm going to say this, between 3 to 12 months. It depends on who makes it, how big it is, and and the company. Companies will determine the size of the clothes and what they're looking at giving to people. So I bought this outfit at the Salvation Army the other day. I seen it, I wanted it. I don't buy too much, but in the boys I will, because I have racks of girl clothing, but I only have one rack, and I mean a small rack of boy clothing. I've got some brand new things I bought a few years ago that I have not put on my dolls yet, because it's for a theme day that I want to put together here. So I'm slowly building it up, and we'll have a nice theme day. But anyways, we're going to put this outfit on him. Now, I think this outfit is from like Temu or AliExpress. I'm starting to see more and more of that clothing creep into the clothing line at my thrift stores. So you might be also, I'm not sure, but I know I'm starting to see it. And as the babies are growing up and out of these clothing, and they're making it way to the thrift stores now. Now this is a very nice, some of the clothing I don't care for the material. It just doesn't feel nice. And yet this one here is very nice. So I think it depends how much you're going to spend and what it is and material and everything else. This is a whole one piece. I thought it was 2-piece, but it isn't. When I went to wash it, I thought, oh, it's a 2-piece. No, everything's attached. So you got this wonderful one-piece outfit. And again, we have these wonderful things called snaps. And oh, wow, wonderful stuff. All right. The only thing is, if the baby was to soil this, the whole outfit goes. Where you might have been able to keep the shirt and put it with another pair of pants or something. But that's okay. We have our one-piece outfits too. That means Mama should put a little bit more into the diaper bag, just in case. But that's what mothers do. They make sure they have it all. This is a little giraffe outfit. It has a little hat that goes with it too. So you can put that with it if you need to. A little bit big on them, but then like we always say, Mama say, they'll grow into it. There we go. There he is. Oh, you couldn't have seen me change him. Shoot, I should have put that down. But there he is. This is his outfit. Isn't that a cute little outfit? Oh my goodness. I love his feet. For those who have never seen a Bye-Bye Baby before, let me zoom up on his feet. He's got these little curled up feet where it looks like somebody tickled him in the foot and he curled his foot in. And but he's just a beautiful doll that shows so well, even in the damage that he is, which you don't see anyways because he had a onesie on. Nobody gets to see that. I know it's there. I tell you that it's there, but that's about it. But anyways, if I wanted to as well, I could have him sit here with a nice little hat on as well, or he could keep the giraffe hat on, yeah, it is a giraffe. And then we could put these little hats. These are the hats that I like seeing my little boy dolls wear, with the little brim on it. And they keep their ears covered. It keeps them, their ears covered so they don't get earaches. I don't know how many times my husband and I would be out and about, and mothers with no hats on their babies on the most windiest of days. And then the next time you see them at the hospital wondering why their children are sick. Keep their heads covered. It's one of the biggest places where the heat escapes. But I love his bare toes. In the summertime, I don't cover him up. I think he looks gorgeous just the way he is. But anyways, I do have some little socks for him. So let's get those tootsies covered. I'll let you see that much. Oh, you're going to anyways, regardless. Okay, let's put some little socks on him. I was trying to find some little brown socks, but I don't have any. I have these yellow ones, so I'm going with them. So we'll just go with it all the same. And here we go. That doesn't look too bad, I guess. I have these other ones. I was wondering if plain. Let's see if a plain pair. Which one looks better? These are a little bit bigger, but what am I looking at here? What looks... I'm going to stick with the striped ones. Yeah, let's just stick with the striped ones. Okay, we'll just use these ones here. I hate covering up those beautiful tootsies, but it is what it is here, so. And we'll bring this down. There we go. Oh my goodness, he's gorgeous. He's just a gorgeous boy. And I wish I had my little giraffe out. I don't know where he is right now. I do have a giraffe toy, but we got little Teddy here. Teddy wants to be involved in this just as much. And how about you, buddy? What are you doing up here? He just brought a fish up. I just saw him here with a fish. Where's your fishy? You've got a fish. I saw you with him. Or did you drop your fish? Huh? Did you drop your fish? Okay, let's get you down. Oh yeah, there's his fishy. He has a fish that he just brought up here. There's his fish. Okay, there you go. Take your fish and run. All right, now let's get Brother Coos up here. These two can go right side by side. They're best friends. And they'll do some boy talk here. There we go. Get their heads, and they can do some. And we need Mooskie in there. Mooskie needs to be in there. There we go. I had that wrapped around. Oh, where you going, buddy? There we go. All right, we're getting ourselves ready for Easter here too now. Oh, the holidays, how they creep up on you. There we go. Mooskie wants to get right in there. He's got his arm wrapped around him. And maybe they can look at each other. Hey, come on, look at each other here. Baby to baby. Posing them is the part I like. I love posing my dolls together and have them looking at each other. There we go. Yeah, now they can talk and carry on and do what they do best. Let me see what you're seeing here. Oh yeah. Aren't they cute? Cute little guys. I think they're wonderful. What do you think? You know, the clothes help make the doll. Now I see this outfit is a little bit on the big side on Bye Bye Baby, but it's a 3 to 9 months. Like I say, you don't know. You buy but you know something, they're dolls. And you can fix it so that it doesn't look too bad on them. And you can make it so that it looks good on them just as well. And nobody needs to know except what I've told you already. It is a little slightly big on them. But one thing about our dolls, don't grow. And but oh, they look great together. Aren't they beautiful? Just beautiful. Let's get their faces now, showing towards you now. He's on a swivel chest plate. Brother Coos is. And to know they're made by the same company. Oh, don't you go nowhere now. And you can tilt his head. I can tilt his head towards Mooskie just as well. He's full of expression. Okay. The only thing is his arms cannot rotate right now to be held up because he is in need of restoration, his body is. But we can get him to pose pretty good here and to make him look just wonderful. Let's get his head upward too. There we go. More of an upward. There. So you can see him there. I think he looks gorgeous. Isn't he beautiful? Oh, these are beautiful dolls. I'll tell you. Now we'll zoom up on their faces. Made by the same company, Ideal. One was 1948, one was the early 60s. 60, 61, something like that. So, you know, you're looking at, 13 years later, and you can see just from what the materials, how quick they changed. And we're looking at the time when even Barbie came out, 1959. So things were changing quickly here. And composition was saying goodbye, and the vinyls were here to stay, and the plastics and everything. But even Brother Coos has plastic irises. I did have to dig out his irises. He is wearing brand new irises, but I did that on a video back quite some time ago when I got him. And but be prepared to pay on both of these dolls. They are highly sought after. When they do come, sometimes, like I say, you can find deals. And when you do, snatch them up when you do. We all us doll lovers love a great deal. And yep. They're beautiful though, all the same. Getting them side by side, it's like a story being told of its own. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. There'll be more of this wonderful stuff coming up. As we get closer and closer to Easter, I'll be changing more and more of my dolls. Today, I've done a lot of housework, so I'm treating myself today to a sewing day where I just sew. I'm not going out to the shop. I didn't go out today too much. I was out there a little bit. I'm still letting those legs, little legs dry right now. They're almost there, but they're coming. And the paint did lighten up quite a bit on them, so I'm happy with the color that they became. And we'll be doing more updates on those little dolls coming up here. And I put some more hooks in so I can hang up more arms and legs. So anyways, thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you see here. And there'll be more of this coming along. And give me some mail in the air, which is a comment. Thank you. Bye-bye.